top 8 common questions. So each of the regions, continent, were asked the same question. Miss World America's top 8 question was, what is the most pressing issue that most working women face? I thought she was really eloquent. I really liked the way she was being very expressive and showing compassion, and the way she was talking about
because every woman deserve to follow their own dreams.
Important issue that a lot of the modern women at the moment are facing. So I thought the answer was really good. I thought it was a heartfelt message. I could really see that she's speaking from her heart.
Sometimes it's not a lack of talent or skills, it's a lack of opportunities.
Giving perspective through a small island nation like the TNT.
You know, your voice is just as powerful as anybody else's. Your passion is just as needed.
It is quite touching. Miss World Africa's top 8 question was, if you could convince people from all over the world to adopt a green planet-friendly practice, what would it be and why?
Where I come from, we're very big on sustainable agriculture.
She had a smooth flow to answer, which I thought was really good. And also I really liked she talked about sustainable agriculture, which is really important in places like Africa, where there's so many people, there's a big population in Africa.
And ensuring that communities and people who are unable to make a living can sustain themselves.
Who also need food to sustain themselves, to have financial stability.
That you take your part in being a Beauty with a Purpose ambassador.
So I thought the answer was quite good. I think she started really strong.
When we plant trees, we avoid drought.
She had a good message about talking about planting trees. Then I think she kind of dwindled down.
One of their children would make it here at this global stage.
In terms of answering the question, the element, the topic of the question, which was about sustainable livelihood, I think she missed the point. So in this round, I think Botswana wins for me. Miss World Europe's top 8 question. If you could shed light on an issue concerning women's healthcare, what would it be and why?
Because women in many countries are still facing the shame when it comes, and they're afraid to talk about it.
Overall, I really liked it. I think she had a great content. She was really soft-spoken, elegant, and really good flow to her answers. So I really enjoyed listening to her. I think Miss England's answer was very similar to Miss Czech Republic.
There is a stigma surrounding women's healthcare.
And she also emphasizes on the importance of taking care of women's health so they could feel much better.
Representing our countries today to take a stand and educate the masses about this issue.
And I think those were the things discussed by both of them. And I think they both did really good. So it's really difficult to pick only one from this group. Miss World Asia and Oceania's top 8 question. Can you suggest a way that women can empower through social media? Miss India did a good job, as any other Miss India who are really great at communication skills.
Conversation and awareness can create change.
But for me, there was something missing from Miss India's answer.
To be the source and using social media to its utmost utility to be the power of change.
And that's because the next contestant from Lebanon did so much better.
To normalize being authentic, to normalize that it's okay to not be perfect.
Hands down the best answer. Let's normalize being authentic. Because in today's world, when some people are being so perfect on Instagram, they are living such privileged lifestyles, full of luxury, designer handbag, just to paint a picture perfect lifestyle, when in reality, it's not that case. A lot of us have so many things going on behind the scenes with our families.
Just be you, because that's what makes you perfect and unique.
Life is not perfect, and not everyone wakes up with no baggy eyes, no dark circles. So I really like this she talked about, let's be authentic, let's be real to ourselves, let's embrace our imperfection, because no one is perfect. And I really like that answer. So I think for me, out of all the answers I listened to, Miss Lebanon for me had the best. This year, the format was changed. So in terms of the Q&A, it was not the traditional final question. So this time they had to pitch the Beauty with a Purpose project in front of the people, the judges from the Shark Tank India, who are the business people, businessmen, businesswomen, so they could give them money, funds, so they could have much more better Beauty with a Purpose project that could have sustainability to it. So I thought it was very business minded, so I thought it was quite interesting. The final question for the top 8 finalists was why they should be the next Miss World. I think she started off the answer with a really nice content or nice message. However, her delivery for me was really shaky.
Namaste, everyone. Sorry, I'm excited.
She was nervous, and even she said it right at the start, because she's in front of millions of viewers watching from worldwide. I completely understand that she was feeling a bit nervous. However, I think the answer for me, even though the context was really good, that she wanted to talk about and embrace the Indian culture.
Vasudev Kudam. Sorry, I butchered it.
However, for me, the delivery was lacking. Her voice was still shaky until the end. So even though she had a nice context, I thought the answer was not the best. The answer felt very pre-prepared,
I am the true essence of beauty with a purpose.
as if she already knew the question and she wrote it down in a notepad and she was learning this every single day. She wanted to kind of say it as presentation.
I've always used my skills, my passion, my talent, my intellect.
She's very eloquent, confident, with conviction in her voice, but she failed to build that connection with the viewers and the judges, which is the key quality to be a Miss World. To build that relationship, that bond, is compassion and gratitude. So for me, it was a bit too forceful and I didn't like it. Speak from within. And for me, that was lacking for Miss Botswana's answer. Being a Miss World is all about traveling to different countries, helping the underprivileged people, but most importantly, it's about having empathy, being compassionate, and make sure that you're able to compel the audience with the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I really like the beginning where she says,
Dear Shark Tanks, I want you to imagine one thing.
she's a great storyteller because she let the judges and imagine that you're a child, reliving your childhood.
And you have your dreams and your hopes.
So much great potential, but unfortunately, because of the financial difficulties in your family, you're not able to aspire and fulfill to your greatest potential. I absolutely love the vision that she had. She managed to take us on a journey, do her research about education for children throughout the world, and collect the key information about it. So I really like that she went the statistics and information. The delivery was really eloquent. She managed to build a good connection with the viewers, with the judges sitting there, and I thought she's being very respectful,
Education is a fundamental right.
advocate for quality education for children living in Africa and also in her home country, Czech Republic.
Something what I've been doing for a very long time, much before I entered the pageantry.
She managed to highlight all the important key aspects while being humble, having gratitude, compassion. I thought she did a tremendously great job, and I was really happy to see that Miss Czech Republic was so well prepared, but also so authentic and selfless. I love that she was building that emotional intelligence with the audience, with the judges, and I thought she had a great bond. I absolutely love her storytelling ability, and I thought she did an incredible job to talk about important causes that's happening in Lebanon, and also thanking her country,
Thank you, Lebanon, for teaching me how to be a Miss World.
and to make a shout out to all the people, especially in the Middle East, to the women that it could be confident, independent, and be a true authentic self. So I thought she did good in both the top 8 and the top 4 question and answer round. And now it is the moment to announce the winner of
71st Miss World
first runner-up goes to.
Lebanon.
I thought she deserves it because she had one of the best answers. I thought in the top 8 she had the best answer, and in the top 4 she has one of the best answers. It makes sense why she made it as the first runner-up.
And Miss World is Czech Republic.
I think Christina did a fabulous job throughout the pageant, because being a Miss World is much more than being a beautiful face. It shows that she's a beauty with a purpose, and I'm really happy to see that the European girls are finally getting some highlight. They're getting a time to really celebrate themselves. I felt in the previous years in Miss Universe and other beauty pageants that usually European girls do not get that attention and the limelight as they deserve, as it's usually dominated by Latinas or Asian contestants. So I was really happy to see that Europe was getting a back-to-back crown from Poland to the Czech Republic. She absolutely deserves them. Just look at her face. She looks like a Miss World. That crowd suits her. The only thing I didn't like was the sash. I felt the Miss World sash needs to be a lot smaller, similar to the one I'm wearing right now. It needs to be beautiful font and also help elevate the beauty of Miss World, because the crown is such a legendary, iconic Miss World crown. Everyone knows that the color scheme, which is blue, different shade of blue for the Miss World, but also the sash is also equally important. So hopefully they adjust that, because I didn't like the sash. It was kind of falling apart like this when she's walking around, waving to the audience. I think she deserves a much better sash. I wish they had the crowning and the sash of the Continental Queens on the stage, because it was done at after party, so we didn't really know much about it until we see on the social media hold their hands together with the Miss World winner, and they sang the iconic song. Thank you to India for being such an incredible host and embracing 112 contestants, and it showed the entire world the beauty of India by the diverse culture, the food, the colors, and the music, and of course the Bollywood. It wasn't like Bollywood. We all like to dance, right? Such a fun, festival, like Madam Julia says, and I had a great time watching. It was quite long, I will say. I think it was quite a long show, but a deserving goal won, so I'm not going to complain about the long show. I think it was a really good show, and I look forward to see following the reign of Kristina Palaskova, Miss World. So what do you guys think of the overall show and also the results of the 71st Miss World Beauty Pageant? Let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed watching this video, then please make sure to click the red subscribe button, as it will really help me to grow this YouTube channel to much more people. You can follow me on social media at @Pageant Empress to get the latest pageant news and updates. Click the like button and share this video on your social media. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys once again in my next video.